everyone and welcome to Bowls 360. Well, I was sitting here on a Wednesday night getting my teams together for the previous show on Friday. I thought, hang on, I haven't done the review yet for round 11 for the first division. So here it is. It's late, but as they say in the classics, better late than never. Let's have a look at the games we had on the weekend and see where everything sits. Firstly, we'll look at the Premier League and quickly go through the results. Cambridge beat South Perth in the match of the day, 7 points to 1 by 4 shots. Good for Cambridge. That puts them into the 4. Mount Lawley, a tight tussle over Bassendean by 7 shots, 6 points to 2. Sorrento did as expected at home, 7-1 by 20 shots over Leeming. Manning, far too good for Coburn, 7.5 to 1/2. And Osborne Park winning 7-1 over Doubleview by 12 shots. Let's look at the ladder. There's been a few changes in the top half of the board and no changes in the bottom half of the board. Manning moved to the top of the table at the expense of South Perth, only by 1 point, 59 to 58. Mount Lawley third on 56.5, with Cambridge fourth on 56.5. Bassendean fifth on 53.5. So as you can see there, 5.5 points separating first and fifth. It is really tight at the top of the table there in the Premier League. Osborne Park hanging on. They're 7 points shy of Bassendean in 6th. You think it's only out of those 6 teams now for the finals in the Premier League, even though there are quite a few games to go, but you'd think there's enough space there for them to hold their positions or get better. Sorrento in 7th on 39, 7.5 points clear of 6th, but importantly 17 points clear of 4th. So you'd think they're probably done. Doubleview in 8th with 30 points. 46.5 points. They're 16.5 points behind Aussie Park in 6th. So they've got a really tight battle just to get out of the playoff games. Leeming on 21 points in 9th, and Coburn bring up the rear with 20 points. Those two teams look destined for demotion. As we look at the skippers in the Premier League, Blake Nairn and Graham Wishart played each other. It was Blake that triumphed there, so he now goes to the top of the tables there in the Premier League, 9 wins and 2 losses, same as Graham, but Blake's superior shot difference there, plus 103, is exceptionally good. Wishart with plus 39 on 8 wins is Christina Van Nierop, 8 wins, 2 losses and a draw, plus 16 from Ben Leggett, 8 and 3, plus 41. And Scott Walker, who missed the game on the weekend, rounds out the top 5 with 7 wins, plus 50. Interestingly, I've included the home and away win records for the people, and it's interesting looking at Christina's there, 3 wins at home but 5 away. That's probably one of the better skippers records away from home in the Premier League this year. So if Christina can start winning the games at home, then she will certainly probably move up into first or second spot. So I find that sort of stuff interesting, so others might. Let's have a look at Whites, the results. Joondalup travelling to Kalamunda and getting the job done there, 74-71, 6 points to 2. North Perth at home by 6 shots over Mosman Park, 6-2. Vic Park, maybe they're having a surge. They've got more home games in the second half of the year than away games. They defeated the highly fancied Cardinia 6.5 to 1.5 by 9 shots. North Beach, big 8-0 winners over Osborne Park, only 14 shots but 8 points to 0. And Safety Bay also getting 8 points over last year's premiers Manning by a pretty big margin. We also finally saw the round 5 catch-up game between North Beach and Safety Bay, and North Beach winning that one 7-1 but only by 2 shots. So Safety Bay might be quite happy with that. To get that close to a very good side is North Beach, but ultimately they're only getting the 1 point away. So we finally have a ladder that looks a bit realistic. Everyone's played 11 games now. North Beach have cleared out in front. They are 13.5 clear of the second place Safety Bay. There's a lot of movement in one white after this weekend. Safety Bay moving up into second from Kalamunda, who lost. They dropped back to third. North Perth moved up a couple of spots. They're on 47.5. Cardinia 5th on 45.5. Manning on 6th on 42. So North Beach well clear, but second placed Safety Bay to 6th placed Manning, only 12 points the difference there, so that's not much in the scheme of things. There's still 7 games to be played for the season, so a lot to play out in white. Seventh is Mozzie Park on 37. Eighth is Joondalup on 36. They move up a spot. Aussie Park drop down 2 spots to ninth in 34. 5.5. And Sachi's team, Vic Park, bringing up the rear. They look destined for demotion. I think we'll see a few more wins from them in the run home, but I don't think we'll hold them off going down. For the skippers, James Buchanan. Jimmy is leading the charge there in 1 white, 8 wins, 2 losses, plus 86 from Mark Duthie on 8 wins, plus 44. Matty Allen at Cardi, 7 wins from Gavin Crossthwaite. The draw for Matt gets him higher. Crossweight plus 65, and Todd Hampshire from North Perth, 7 wins plus 64. The interesting one there is probably Todd, 5 wins at home and only 2 away wins. They've played 11 games, so I don't know if that's 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 for Todd, but yeah, certainly if he picks up his away game record, then he'll be a tough skipper to beat in white. Let's look at Blue North. Bassendean, a tight tussle there against Yanchep, 5.5 to 2.5 by 2 shots. Morley 7 points to 1 over Mount Lawley, a good win for Morley. Morley are down near the bottom of the table, so that is a good win for them. Ellenbrook 7-1 over Quinns Rocks, 96-61, so a bit of a margin there. 35 shots, another good win for Ellenbrook, who are near the bottom of the table. Wanneroo 6.5 defeating Cambridge 1.5 by 11 shots, and Warwick 8-0 winners, big winners over Sorrento by 55 shots. That win by Warwick moves them up 3 spots on the table to be in first position at the moment. Wanneroo in second also move up with their win on 53. Yanchep and Mount Lawley both dropping back 2 spots on 52 and 48 respectively. Quinns Rocks and the rest of their ladder unchanged after the weekend, which is interesting. Quinns Rocks 47, Bassendean 46.5, Sorrento, Ellenbrook, Morley and Cambridge bringing up the rear. Cambridge 12 shots shy of last spot. They probably look the ones to go out, but really who else is going to go out is a bit of a lottery. It's not much between first and ninth. 18 shots between first and ninth is really tight, so there's a lot of activity still to play out in the Blue North ladder this season. Let's quickly look at the skippers. Sean Wright with 9 wins, 2 losses is leading at the moment, plus 71. Shane Smith had a good year last year, following it up this year from Quinns. 9 wins plus 38 on 8 wins. We have Daniel Hartzer with his draw in third spot. Callum Arnold also, both of them from Yanchep, 8 wins, 3 losses, and Butch Dennison Bassendean, 8 wins and 3 losses. And finally we'll look at Blue South and the results over the weekend. Armidale, the whole offence at Armidale, 18 shot winners over Cardi, 7-1. Gosnells tied with Rossmoyne at home, 3 point, but Rossmoyne winning more rinks there, 3 points to 5. Coburn at home couldn't hold off Safety Bay, losing their 6-2. South Perth at home 5.5 to 2.5, another tight game there, only by 1 shot. South Perth winning that one. And Willerton, the big scoring, 103 points by 43 over Rockingham, 7.5 to 0.5. Rockingham up near the top, Willerton right near the bottom, so that's a big win for Willerton. The win's not surprising, but the margin probably was, considering where they were in the ladder. Let's look at the ladder. Armidale in first at the moment. They look like they're going to quite comfortably hold that position for the end of the year. They are 12.5 points clear of second spot, so we could almost pencil them in as winning that division. We did mention that at the start of the year, and that looks like it's going to hold true. Cardini in second spot on 59. They're also 10 clear of Rockingham in third spot, so Cardi have a bit of a mortgage on second spot. It's probably theirs to lose at the moment. Safety Bay in fourth on 48.5, South Perth fifth, 44, and sixth Rossmoyne 38.5. No change in the top 6 in Blue South after last weekend's games, which is interesting. The only movement we saw in Blue South was Willerton with their big win, moving up 2 spots in the 7th. Very handy for them. I must have a look. I'll try and colour code the points there to see who goes in and out of these divisions, because I'm not 100% sure. I'll do that next week. Coburn and Dalkeith drop back a spot, 34 and 32.5. Gosnells last on 27, but only 9.5 points to 6th place Rossmoyne, so the bottom 5 there is quite tight. So Certainly can't write off Gosnells yet. They are certainly well in the hunt to hold on to that division for next season. And let's finally look at the skippers. No surprise, an Armidale skipper in front. Kevin McKay, state skipper, 9 wins, 1 loss, plus 80. He's having a good season as expected. Ron Hall from Safety Bay, 8 wins, 2 losses. Darren Redekis, Dalkeith, 8 wins, 3 losses. And with 7 wins and 3 losses, Stuart Gostray at Armidale and Aaron Gale from Cardinia. So that brings us to an end of the First Division review for this week. Sorry it's a bit late, everyone, but appreciate you all tuning in and watching. Stay tuned for the Friday afternoon preview. We'll get Lee the Lord Such back on again to have a look at the Premier League for this weekend. And we'll also we'll have a quick look at the state singles as well and see who our favourite players might be. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye.